Alright, hello and welcome to my Game 5 of the League of Heroes tournament at Games Workshop in London, Ontario. I am playing against Jordan Seiler and his delicious army right here. If we could, I'll just do a quick flyby. Obviously we've got the Thunderwolf cavalry sitting right here. We've got 2 Iron Priests in the unit, a Wolfguard Battle Leader I believe it is, Librarius Conclave on a bike, and then we've got 2 Imperial Knights, both with the Gatling Cannon, Storm Spear missiles, and swords, so they're going to be running at my face, and then a 5-man unit of Fenrisian Wolves. We've got the Eldar army over here that is still kind of damaged from the Brawl at the Falls. If you watch that video, you'll understand why. And I've got all of my Warp Spiders currently in reserve. So, deployment is Vanguard Strike, as you can see. Missions is Big Guns Never Tire. So we got 2 objectives right here, labeled 1 and 2. We also have 2 objectives right here, labeled 1 and 2. Big Guns Never Tire is the primary, and then Modified Maelstrom is the secondary, as per regular ITC ruling. So I've given Jordan first turn. We will come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 1. Okay, so I forgot to do an end of turn recap, so I've already done my movement phase, but end of Space Wolf turn 1, everything just kind of ran up. He's got invisibility off. We already knew that was going to happen. The Knights kind of progressed. He puts a little bit of firepower on. We lost 3 bikes to Psychic Shriek from the Conclave, and 1 bike from this unit from Fire, 3+ cover save, doing me the world of good. So as you can see, I've already started moving around. I've got some objectives to take. We'll come back at the end of Eldar turn 1. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 1, we got some pretty decent firepower down. This knight went down to 1 hull point remaining, thanks to some pretty decent D-shooting without guide. The Wraith Knight now is Forewarned and Fortune, so it's a 4+ rerollable cover, invulnerable save, which isn't that bad. Obviously I've been running away from the Librarius Conclave Wolfstar, so all of my stuff is now over in this corner. I managed to secure a point by killing the Fenrisian Wolves that were right here, and I secured my objective over here. So at the end of turn 1, I am winning 3-0, only because I have the bonus point from taking 3 hull points off of his Super Heavy. So we will come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 2. Okay, so over here he managed to charge in and kill those bikes in close combat. I honestly surprised, didn't realize the jet bikes weren't that good against a knight in close combat. Over here the Wolfstar charged the Wraith Knight, but thanks to Forewarning and Fortune, I survived with 3 wounds, so I managed to stay up. This unit is still invisible though, so I don't really anticipate being around for too much longer, but it kept them at bay, and the other knight is right here. So we are now going to roll for my Warp Spiders to see how many come in. And all but 2, actually. So 4 units of Warp Spiders to come in. He got an extra victory point for taking 3 wounds off of the Wraith Knight, but we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 2. Okay, so Jordan's just completing his massacre move. Took 2 rounds of combat, but the Wraith Knight is now dead, so that was total 2 victory points. He also had to kill a unit, so Jordan is at 3. I've been holding on to my points, plus I finished off the Knight, so I'm currently at 6. So the score is 6-3. We are just about to go into Space Wolf turn 3. State of the game is I'm obviously just kind of camping in his deployment zone right now, and he has a knight left with 1 hull point on it, and then his entire star. So we will come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 3. Okay, so end of Space Wolf turn 3. He's doing a little bit of running up the table because I've done some running away, which is good. This knight tried shooting and charging the Warp Spiders. He forgot about Flicker Jump, so I was able to move away. And then he failed his charge, but then I was also able to take a hull point off on the Overwatch because hell fucking yes. I also lost 2 jet bikes over here from ensuing night fire. Great, so again, this is the state of the game right now. That's an invisible, fearless Death Star, and I've got 1 knight to try that I can actually do some damage against. We will come back at the end of Eldar to... Oh wait, I've got 2 units of Warp Spiders to come in. Ah! Both in! Woohoo! And we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 3. Okay, so end of Eldar turn 3. Obviously, we're still doing some more jumping around. Concentrated Warp Spider Fire was able to take down the second knight, so an extra 2 victory points for me, which makes up for the fact that I wasn't able to secure my own objective. However, 1 point for destroying a unit, 2 points for the super heavy hull points. So all he has left is this star that's just basically running around the field. I literally haven't laid a single finger on it the entire game because I can't. Warp spiders have spread to the 4 corners so that he has to really decide which one he wants to dedicate his entire army to try and kill. And then my jet bikes have all sort of run away over here. So the rest of the game's probably going to go by a little bit speedily. So we will come back at the end of Space Wolf turn 4. Okay, so end of Space Wolf turn 4, and we charged a unit of warp spiders over in the corner. Poor warp spiders, they are dead now. And he's going to be starting to bubble wrap the 2 objectives just so to hopefully tie secondary, or tie primary, I guess. We will come back at the end of Eldar turn 4, and yeah, we'll see you then. So turn 5 for the Space Wolves is very, very quick. He has separated his units. Just for clarification, these 4 models are now standing on their own, whereas everything else is now forming a unit, so he's technically holding on to both objectives. He tried to charge through the window on the warp spiders, but failed, even with fleet. So now I've got some opportunities to be able to whittle something down. So we will come back at the end of Eldar turn 5. Okay, so the game did not end on turn 5, so we have... no, I took 2 wounds. I took 2 wounds off of this guy. Or one wound, because he was tanking pretty hard. A lot of firepower came in, but I don't have that much firepower left. I made a turn 5 play to potentially win the game. Obviously the game did not end, so we're going to go on to turn 6. So we will come back. The game's going to be pretty swift after this, so I'm just going to do a recap at the end of the game turn as opposed to the player turn. So we will come back at the end of turn 6. Okay, so we have ended at the bottom of turn 6. Jordan assaulted the unit of warp spiders that was right here and obviously killed them, and then bubble wrapped the objective. They were invisible, and because he had to separate to try and take as many, these were not invisible, so I pelted them with whatever firepower I had left. So warp spiders, jet bike, there was a jet bike in the building, jet bikes here, and these warp spiders, and it left an opening for me to come and take that objective, and then we rolled a 2, so we're not going on to turn 7. So at the end of the game, I have primary, have secondary, and I think you got everything else too. King of the Hill, Line Breaker, yeah, I guess those guys would have hopped back. Yeah, so very fun game. One more game left of the League of Heroes, and we will see you then.